Hello everyone, welcome back again to another episode of Movie Review. Today, I'm going to talk about a new movie that recently just came out in Indonesia, which is Colony, new zombie movie. Yes, it's another zombie movie, and it's like another zombie game. Hey, you want to play zombie game? Oh man, anyway, yes, there's another new zombie movie, but this time around, it is directed from the guy who made Train to Busan. Sadly, I haven't. Oh no. Disclaimer here: I'm gonna butcher some of these names because I'm not from Korea, and I'm really sorry if I did mispronounce any of the names here. So it was directed by Yoon Sang-ho, which is the director of Train to Busan. And it seems like it's also the sequel, which is Peninsula. And in here, it's another zombie movie. But the gimmick here is that the zombie is based on on hive mind, on insects and fungus, like Last of Us. And it like they kind of release stuff, if you get what I mean. If you understand that reference, that's good. But yeah. So, is this movie good? I'll say, yeah, it's good, but it is disappointing, sadly to say. I thought that Train to Busan has a bit more, better in terms of character development. The characters, I feel like the casting is a lot better in Train to Busan. I feel like Train to Busan is such a huge thing because it's something new, it's something visceral, and even like the ending is like, oh, it's very emotional, right? But in here, it seems like the director just keep doing the exact same thing again. The only difference is obviously the setting and also the villain, the story, obviously, and the zombies. So let's talk about like the gimmick, right? The zombies gimmicks are it was new. It's pretty cool. I enjoy that. I enjoy the hive. I enjoy when they like receive new signal or like new intelligence from one another or from other stuff. They would like look up and like start convulsing, like it's pretty cool. But then again, if you love like zombie movies, then you would have watched a certain, especially if you're from Indonesia, a certain zombie movie that is from an Indonesian director. It's on Netflix now, and the name is Abadi Nanjaya. And the zombie kind of did the same thing, so it's like it's not something that is new to me, but I don't know about the other people, right? But then the story itself, like I really enjoy the villain here. I think the villain in here is definitely the better aspect of this movie. It's one of the better ones, I would say. Like the villain, it's kind of like revenge, and I really like how, well, it's kind of like revenge, but his whole goal is to pretty much make like the next evolution of human, which is, it's not something new. And like this whole plot to make sure that the next step of human evolution is to have a single mind, a single unity, like unification of mind, so that there is no hate, there is no miscommunications, there is no like racism and stuff like that. So they all have like a single mind, a single unifying mind. It's not, I would say it's not new, but I would say it's better than just a simple, oh, it's just a revenge story from the villain. I actually kind of like that. And then the characters, the main characters, I like how there's some that's like, oh, you think that character is gonna be the main character, but no, it's not. And then there's like a multiple main character, well, not multiple main character, but like there's multiple characters that's like, oh, like this character is gonna survive, but there's it's not, they're not survive. But sadly, the group of the character, and honestly, it feels again, it feels like it's Train to Busan again. And I don't know if this is like a spoiler thing, but if you have watched Train to Busan, I would say this movie is almost one-to-one, except the plot, the setting, the zombies, right? It's different. there's also a lot of stuff that kind of disappoint me. Like if you watch the trailer, the zombies like able to stick together, like they're like secrete this like stuff, this white liquid, if you get what I mean, if you catch the reference from the old horror movie and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, like I thought there will be more to that. There's some sequence that feels a lot like Resident Evil, like Leon S. Kennedy ish, like John Wick action ish. But then like I kind of wish there's more of that Resident Evil stuff. You know what I mean? Like come on, like I don't know. For me, I guess it's just me, right? I just am so bored with a zombie movie that just sticks with zombies, if you get what I mean. I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm just gonna say I want more. I kind of wish for a more Resident Evil-ish movie, if you understand what I'm trying to say, without spoiling anything. But yeah, there are some great characters. There's some great emotional moments. There's some genuine sad, moment here, and I enjoyed it again. But sadly, it's like he's just trying to Busan again, but in a different setting, in a different zombie. I'll say in here the zombies is a bit more interesting than the one in Train to Busan, but I really wish I kind of want more grittiness, more, I don't know, like a more I don't know, like again, like there's some stuff where the police, the SWAT team, like again, like there's a villain who's like a rich guy, a businessman. It's like that's literally just like Train to Busan again. There's a policeman. Well, in Train to Busan, I don't think the police guy is one of the bad ones. I don't remember, but in here it's like he's like this guy who's like, oh, I'm gonna do my job and I'm only caring for my job and not other people, which I understand his point of view, which is like, oh, he's doing this because this is his job, right? This is his job, and if he save the villain, which the villain has the vaccine, it will save everyone, right? But it's like he throw away his humanity and like empathy for others, right? So it's like he kind of becomes like a villain, and it's like it's nothing new, I guess, that like a policeman become a villain. I don't know. It feels kind of like Train to Busan again. You know what I mean? It's like it's this group of people stuck inside this building's apartment, like Die Hard, but instead of terrorists, it's zombies, And then the SWAT team appear here as well. And again, just like any other zombie movie, they got overwhelmed. Again, it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just too tired. Maybe I should be loving the fact that, hey, it's at least fresh and there's still some emotional moments with the characters. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna give this movie a score. Honestly, I don't want to give it a comma, but this is a very low 6 and a very high 5. So it's between 6 and 5. I don't know. Maybe I think I'm gonna put this into a 5 out of 10. I think I enjoy, like, I don't know, because I kind of wish for more nuance, more new stuff, more like a more exploration, and not just a repeat of what the director already made previously, which is Train to Busan, which is an amazing movie, no doubts about it. Like it becomes one of the most popular zombie movie ever, and in here it's just like it feels like he just wants a repeat. You know what I mean? Which, hey, if the audience turns out to enjoy this movie so much, it becomes like the second coming of Train to Busan, then yeah, I mean, I'm happy for him, right? I'm happy for the people who enjoy this movie. But for me, it's like, damn, I kind of wish there's more, like something different than just a repeat. But the only difference is just the setting, the characters, the casting, and the zombies. I kind of wish for more different stuff. Again, yes, I give it a 5 out of 10, but it's a very high 5 and a very low 6. Honestly, I would still say if you enjoy Train to Busan so much, I think you will enjoy this movie. I'll say, yeah, you can watch this movie. Or honestly, it's not really a movie that you need to watch it now, So not like, like Hail Mary, right? Like Project Hail Mary, I would say like, oh, you have to watch it now because it's like a really great movie. But here in this movie, it's like, you can just wait it out when it got released online, on streaming, or you can just watch it on theater. It's all up to you. Okay, I'm sorry for a sudden cut here, but I forgot to mention this movie is also kind of dumb. What I mean is that I guess this is the reason why I give it like a 5 as well. It's because this movie has a lot of moments where the characters know something, but they don't even use it for their own advantage, to their own advantage. There's a lot of stupid stuff that happens in this movie, and most of the time it becomes more like that trope, the trope of a character is as smart as the writer. Sadly, the main character here is a professor, and you kind of thought that she will be like, know a lot about this stuff, especially when she's the one who bring up like the whole connection with like animals, and you know that this is not just a normal zombie. There's like some sort of like a like an animal behavior. I thought the main character is going to talk about it and use it for the advantage, but no, she never used it until the end of the movie, which I don't understand. You could have just used it from the beginning of the movie, when you lured out when the zombies is still like, you know, lack of information. Also, it's like there's a lot of scene here that's like if you watch this movie with your brain working and thinking, it just doesn't make sense. You know, sadly, it just doesn't make any sense. It becomes like, why you don't do this earlier on? Why did you not do this on the earliest scene? Why, when you already get the villain, why didn't you do this instead of just doing this? I don't want to spoil it, but it's just there's a lot of stuff when you think about it. It's like, damn, this movie could have been much better. And it's sad that the writing, it seems like it's just stupid. You know, it's kind of like a plot. It's not a plot hole. It's just like, why? You're a professor. You should have been smarter. But yeah. Anyway, so time to go to the spoiler talk. Spoiler talk. Finally, I can finally talk about the spoiler. Anyway, so the villain is this biologist that got kicked out from a company, like a biotech company, by the CEO. And yeah, the CEO is an asshole. Especially from the start, like you can see that he's like, he's just not a empathetic person, and the villain basically infects himself with the vaccine, and then he injected like the liquid, the infection, to the CEO. So the CEO is the first, what was the name, like the zero what was it called again? Like it's not Agent Zero. What was it? It's like the first contact, like the first victim, the first zombie. I forget what's the word for it. But yeah, after that, all hell break loose, and you kind of thought that the main character is gonna be the duo. So we got Professor Kwon, Sejong, and I think it was who is it? Oh, Han Kyu-sung. I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of this name. But yeah, so you know, like we thought that it's gonna be this duo that's gonna be the main character, but nope. Han, he tried to save this student, and because of that, he ended up basically getting killed. And they also learned that the zombie will look up and start like convulsing, dancing, stuff like that, when they learn and receive new information. So that's basically the gimmick of this movie. The zombies release like this white liquid, and apparently their blood is still red. I don't know how. I guess, I don't know. I'm not a biologist, but I guess you can just do that, I guess, for a zombie. I get it. It's a zombie movie. I shouldn't think about it. Anyway, there's a moment in the movie, in the earlier on, that Professor Kwon, she was like, oh, well, they're acting like a certain animal, like ants. So they release these hormones, so they know each other and understand how to differentiate from a living human being, a normal human being, and their own, which is a zombie, or like someone that has the vaccine, which is the villain, Seo, I'm sorry. He's the villain. Uh, right? Yes, he's the villain. Uh, so he just said that he got the vaccine, but I guess the people there doesn't know that he injected himself with the vaccine. I just don't understand. Like this whole movie, they pretend like they couldn't create a vaccine. I don't know. Like I feel like couldn't they just grab one of the zombies, like kill one of the zombies, and like use the DNA from the zombie to create a new vaccine? Heck, there's even like a subplot later on that the wife of Han goes into Seo's previous laboratorium. Couldn't they grab research subjects from inside the building to create a new vaccine? I don't know. I still don't understand that. Maybe I'm stupid. Because I thought like all you have to do is just grab the zombie or go to like the villain's lab so they can recreate the vaccine. But they're like acting like there's no more vaccines left. Like they couldn't create the vaccine anymore because they keep wanting the villain to survive. It's just weird for me. And then oh yeah, and then yeah, I want to talk about that. Like Professor Kwon, she's like they're acting like ants basically. So they use perfume to hide their scent, and so the zombie need to learn a new stuff, so they get stuck again. And the only way for them to do that is basically doing that, like giving a new information. The zombie accept a new information, they got stunned, and they can leave basically. And water apparently like turn them even more rabid, even though in later on in the previous scene there are some zombies that also like even though get hit by the water they still just standing doing nothing. I don't know. And then like apparently it acts like an ant, where if they hunt their own scent they will like turn into this death ring. I forget what's the name, like the death circle. And if basically if you cancel that circle thing, they all will basically like reset factory and becomes like a like from a starting point, so that the villain that can control the zombie have to do recontrol again. I guess I don't know. It feels so complicated, you know what I mean? But yeah, again, like she talks about how this is like ants. I just don't understand where they went from door to door, corridor to corridor, having all of this disgusting, gooey stuff on the wall. I just don't understand why they don't just grab them and start covering their bodies with the sand, like with the goo, with the pheromones of the zombies. Because that's exactly what happened in the end. She looks one of the surviving member, like one of the security guy. That he got angry and he wants to kill the villain because the villain basically let his sister die, turn to a zombie. Like I don't understand why she just didn't realize that information from the beginning of the movie. Like I don't get that. Like why do we have to wait for like close to 2 hours to understand that? Like I don't get it. And then yeah, uh, there's a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of character in this movie. There's like a security guy with his sister. His sister is disabled. And then we got the Professor Kwon, we got the police guy, we got the Olympic, we got 3 students, we got a rich businessman, we got like a chef and a girl, waitress. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens. A lot of them died. The police basically wants the villain because he got the vaccine to survive no matter what. He even threatened some of the survivor. So he works together with the rich businessman because of course the rich businessman is going to only care about himself and him only. And so at the end, those two are kind of like died because like the police shot the rich business guy on the leg, and because the rich business guy don't want to die, he grabs the policeman's leg, and so those two are like down, and the zombies like go after them, killing them. Yeah, and then the sister died as well. There's a lot of stuff in the movie. I don't think I'm going to talk a lot about it, explain everything. The students, thank God they died. Like I kind of feel sad for the innocent one. There's like one teenage girl. She's basically a bitch, a bully. She only cares for herself. She's the reason why the one of the main character, Han, dies. It's because of her. She even throws I forgot her name, like another student who's like the kind, the innocent, like the quiet one, basically to sacrifice her, so that the bitch can get to safety. But then of course the villain is like there, and she got killed as well. And then the police guy, the security guy, basically becomes like a John Wick, like a Leon S. Kennedy in the half of the movie, like almost at the end. But then he got stopped because I guess Professor Kwon doesn't understand that you could have created a new vaccine, but whatever, who cares? She just basically acts that Seo, even though she literally watched Seo gets beaten by the first zombie. I don't know, man. There's like a lot of stuff where all they need to do is just talk. Like, again, miscommunication. I guess that's the because that's the plot of the movie, right? The villain is like, turns out Kwon has like some talks with the villain's father about how miscommunications is like the tragedy and stuff like that. And that's the whole reason why, like the villain becomes the villain and create this viral fungus zombies, right? And so, yeah. Oh yeah, and yeah, basically like the villain is like meeting with the CEO again when he's already a zombie. He let himself get bitten by the zombie. And so because of that, at first he couldn't control the zombie. He's just immune to the zombie. But now, after being bitten by the first zombie, he becomes like the controller, like the hive mind, basically. And later on the different subplot, they kind of realize on the previous experiment, there's like monkeys and stuff. And the first monkey that got injected gets killed, and every other monkey got basically turned into stone. Like, they just like freeze. So they realized that they need to kill Seo, even though he's the vaccine, and even though the whole public's going to hate them, but they need to kill him. But then, of course, the security got stopped there, and before he about to kill Seo, his sister comes back, and since she started a zombie, she got controlled by Seo. She stabs him, killing him, and it seems like Seo kind of make her into a human again, because she kind of looks at him, kinda like in a way that she's kind of like regretting, like there's like humanity left within her. But then she's like get controlled again by Seo and just leave, and we never see her again. Yeah, and then there's a lot of stuff again, like the SWAT team, pretty cool stuff. But again, you already know they got completely killed by the zombies. I guess the only thing that's great is just like the ending where the villain is like kind of won. He actually escapes the building. He turns a lot of people into zombies, and he actually almost won until obviously Professor Kwon using the help with Han's new wife, CCTV, because she looks like a CCTV, and she start communicating with her. Where is he? Where is Seo? And they basically have like this fight. Obviously, Seo won because he can control zombies, but then she remembers that they're acting like ants. So she's like wearing this hoodie that's filled with blood and pheromones from the zombies. She throws the hoodie to a zombie, and every zombie just goes to that zombie in particular, because those zombies like locked in on that scent. Because of that, the zombie got confused, and they're like, oh, why does the enemy have our own pheromones, even though our pheromones is supposed to be friendly, but our leader, our hive mind, tell that this is an enemy. Because of that, they're like turning to this death circle, this circle. It was really cool. It's really cool. Again, it's really, really great scene. The villain that's to come in and grab the hoodie and throw it away. And because of that, all the zombie goes down, and it's just reset into factory setting, the normal way, and they all like start attacking different stuff like lights and people, like people on a poster. They thought it's a real human. No, so they're attacking like a bus, and it basically kind of pushed the villain into like a burning car, and he's basically burning and slowly, and he's finally dead. And every zombie also stops and freezes, and that's basically the ending of the movie. And then there's like a stinger at the end. One of the zombies like start acting and jump scare the audience. Like, yay! That's the whole movie basically. Is there anything I missed? I don't know. Again, it feels like at the end, the survivor is literally only Professor Kwon. She's the only one who survives the whole building. But yeah, that's basically it. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop it right there. The battery is too low, almost dead. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Please subscribe, click the notifications bell, click like if you like the video, and click comment. What do you guys think about this new zombie movie? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Share your thoughts, opinion down below. And thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.